everyone settled in? Sorry.
It's okay.
Restart.
Not to start off dismal, but every 100 minutes, a teen takes their own life, and the leading cause is depression. Only 30% of depressed teens are receiving treatment. That means a whole 70% aren't getting the help that they need. But what if something could change that? I believe that music has this power and this wonder that just makes the world disappear. So, how many of you have felt chills during an amazing song? Maybe this was triggered by a really beautiful harmony, or you saw an amazing ensemble. In a recent survey, 90% of adults say they felt this feeling. So that's evidence that music really does affect us. And I think Motown is a perfect example of how music can affect a person, a community, or an entire race of people, because comparing all these things is exactly the same. Before Motown, racial injustice was at its height, and African Americans struggled to even get jobs, and they were denied the right to live and be people, basically. But when Motown came along, they saw people like them making top charts, starting with the Marvelettes, Please Mr. Postman, and everything changed. People found hope and the power to fight back. So what if 100% of depressed teens were being treated? What if everyone bonded over a common love of singing or learned to play an instrument? What if people were kind to each other and we could live simply? And what if the reason was music? Psychologists say that mental illnesses found in teens like OCD, depression, and social anxiety are higher than they've ever seen before in this generation. And that's because teens today are stressed with school, social media, friends, and there's all the drama of like the does he like me, does he not like me, that kind of stuff. But however, it was scientifically proven that after listening to music, the serotonin levels in your brain increase. And serotonin is responsible for your sleep-wake cycle, your memory, your memory processing, your mood. So basically, listening to music can improve your mood, it can make you happier, it can improve your sleep, and increase your pain tolerance. So there would be a huge improvement because people would be kinder to each other and people would be less annoying. And I know I always feel good after listening to music. My show tunes, I mean my pop and rap, because I'm cool. But before all of this stuff happened, before we came to today, there was the civil rights movement. And there was Motown. And before Motown, right before the civil rights movement, African Americans were struggling, and it was really rough, and any chance of protest was out of the question due to the fact that, you know, you could be killed, your family would have a target on their backs, but hey, that's totally worth it. It's not worth it, and no one deserves to feel like that. But as Motown came along, African Americans started seeing themselves not who as they are, but who they could be, and people found strength to fight back. And now look where we are. There's no such thing as Jim Crow laws now. So why can't we change today? Why can't we change now? Some people who have anxiety disorders and depression hit it really hard. And this is a girl named Anna Clendening who had a severe anxiety disorder and fell into a slump when she was 14 where she didn't talk or leave her room for 4 months. 4 entire months of not speaking to anyone. She had trouble eating. But she learned how to play guitar, and she said that music had changed everything for her. She went from her mind had given up on her to this strong person who was actually able to audition for America's Got Talent, playing guitar and singing, and I'm pretty sure got onto the show, and was amazing. And she was able to do something that if you told her when she was 14, she never would have believed you. So music can really change people, and it changes everything for anyone. So when you listen to music or you just find music, it's one of the most amazing feelings to describe, because it's like you want to close your eyes and just take it all in, but it's also you want to keep your eyes open because you're afraid you're gonna miss something. And what if every day was like this? And what if we always felt this feeling? People with depression could always feel this feeling if they learned to listen to music. And music is able to just eliminate the black and white and create a world of color. Now, Now, I met my friends through band class, and most of the time our conversations fall back to talking about music. When my parents take away my phone, I go crazy because I can't listen to music. When I go to summer camp, all we do is sing everywhere we go. I hiked Mount Chicora while singing songs from Thoroughly Modern Millie with a friend. Music has this power to unite people, and it's amazing. And it's really hard to describe, and you don't know how it's going to feel until you experience it. So I encourage you, especially if you feel like the world is crumbling and you can't see a future, to listen to music, or to sing around the house, or learn to play an instrument just because you want to, just because you think it's interesting, because I promise you that music is going to change your life.